Hello, this is my trigonometry video from me, Jorge, to Sumant. Well, what is a radian and what is the advantage of using a radian over a degree? A radian is a measure of a circle. It's preferable to use radians as they are more exact and simpler in nature. Additionally, when finding the arc, if the angle is in radian value, the arc will adopt the exact same value as shown in the example to the right. How do we label a triangle? Well, the sides are labeled in lowercase, A, B, C, lowercase, and angles are labeled in uppercase, A, B, and C. Why is the sum of the angles in a triangle 180 degrees? Well, in Euclidean geometry, the sum of angles of a triangle equals to 180 degrees, as this equals when compared to a straight line. A straight line meaning is p radians. What is Pythagorean theory? Well, Pythagorean theory is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This shows the relationship of squares when put upon a triangle. Well, the cosine rule and why Pythagorean theory is part of it is because the law of cosine is a generalized Pythagorean theory. It relates the two sides of any type of triangle and angle between these two sides to the third side of that triangle. You can see this in the picture to the right. The three versions of the cosine rule are A2 equals B2 plus C2 minus 2BC cosine A, B2 equals A2 plus C2 minus 2AC cosine B, and C2 equals A2 plus B2 minus 2AB for cosine C. The law of sines is an important rule relating the sides of an angle in any triangle. If AB and C are the lengths of the sides opposite to angles A, B, and C in a triangle, then, according to the sine rule, A over sine of A equals B over sine of B, and for the same for C over sine of C. The measurement of any surface in 2D shape is the area. An example is this square that you can see. You measure it by height times width, and it has a unit of square meters. The perimeter is the continuous line forming the boundary of a closed geometrical figure. Just the outside lines are measured in normal units. This means not squared. As you can see in the picture, this is the perimeter of a geometrical shape. The area of a triangle is the area of a square with the same length and base values, but divided by 2, as two triangles together make a square. What is pi and why is so important? Well, pi as a number is 3.14 and it has an infinite value. This means the value of how much turns a circle does when going through 4 times its length. It is a measurement that represents the relationship between the circumference and the diameter. The unit circle is a circle that has a radius of 1. It shows the acting of sine and cosine in it, being sine the vertical and cosine the horizontal. As you can see in the picture, these are different lines that represent the different sine and cosine in the unit circle, and it's very useful for trigonometry. This is the graph for sine. It starts upwards in 1, it goes down to -1, and it starts all over again. The cosine is very similar, but it has a different start point and therefore a different end point. The line of a tangent is one that repeats itself and is very different from sine and cosine. This one goes up and restarts going down. A periodic function is a function that returns at its same value when being at regular intervals. You can see it starts at 0, it does the wavelength, and then it starts again. The meaning of A, B, C, and D in the expression A sine B, C, and D means that A represents the vertical shift of the equation, B represents the horizontal shift, and C represents the horizontal translation. The bibliography is Math is Fun, Desmos, I Excel, GeoGebra, and Wolfram Alpha. Thank you.
¿Ya acabaste?
¿No se quedó? ¿Lo de la voz? ¿Le de acá?